fucking towns in the state of West Virginia that, for one reason or another, have hosted professional wrestling shows. And I mean, there's some. The first time that I had to go to Sabine, I had no fucking clue where it was. This was pre-GPS days, and it was not listed on the road atlas. I had to have somebody tell me how to get there and write it down, or have somebody who lived near there tell me how to get there. Another such place was the town of Bud. And one wrestler told me at one time, and I never really noticed, but he said that Bud smelled. That when he parked his car and got out of his car in Bud, that he could actually smell like a detectable aroma, and that Bud smelled. But anyway, there was wrestling sometimes once a month there. And it was a tiny little building, and if you shoehorned people in, you could have 75. I think personally the most I ever saw in that building was 60. And that was for a Halloween show that also included a kids' costume contest. So at least half of those 60 were kids in Halloween costume. The general crowd at Bud was 10 to 15, average of about 15 to 20. Good night was, 30. Really good night was 40. If you cracked 50, it was Halloween. And we had TV at the time, so logically, a television wrestling show should help sell a house show. And I wanted to do something that maybe would attract people to go to a show in Bud. So I was a heel at the time, and I came up with what was known as the Johnny Blast Hot Dog Challenge.
Hot dogs. Breakfast of champions. About the only thing that's better than a hot dog is a free hot dog. And you, yes, you have your chance at a free hot dog. But you got to come to Bud, and Johnny Blast has got to lose. Now it's tonight, May the 19th. May the 19th in Bud. If Johnny Blast loses tonight in Bud, you all get free hot dogs. But you know what? Johnny Blast isn't going to lose. And this is going to be as close to a free hot dog as you ever get.
And it was just for Bud, and the stipulation was that if Johnny Blast lost in Bud, then everyone in attendance would get a free hot dog. So we worked it to where we went like almost a year, and I don't know why I didn't just pay off just one night randomly, because I wouldn't have had to bought more than about 15 hot dogs to begin with, and that wasn't going to break me, hopefully. But I wanted to string it out and see if we could actually start drawing people with it, which we didn't. But anyway, after a while it got to be a running joke, so I just kept going with it, that, if you could beat Johnny Blast and Bud, then everybody got a free hot dog. And the payoff was easy. I waited until one night when I got tired of it, and I just told Tom Lilly about it. And on my way to the show, I stopped at the fucking IGA and I bought like 30 hot dogs and brought them to Tom and gave them to him. And I lost that night, and everybody got a free hot dog.